In the last few months, I barely had any time to watch TV because of school and work. And not so long ago, I got a lovely virus that made me so sick that I couldn't do anything for 4 days. So I spent most of the time watching TV. And I decided to watch a channel which used to be one of my favorite channels as a kid, Animal Planet. And as soon as I switched on the TV, I remembered why I stopped caring for that channel. While it didn't go downhill as much as some other channels, it still made the biggest mistake that a specific channel can make. It sold out and went mainstream. This is one of the things that bothers me the most. If you have a channel that is just for specific things, then let it be around those things. That's what is making the channel special, and because of that it stands out from the other channels. Animal Planet used to focus on animals, but now it has so many shows which either focus on people that live or work with animals, or shows that have nothing to do with animals at all. Okay, when I want to watch something about animals, I don't want to see humans that can take care of their pets or morons who have dangerous animals as a pet. These shows focus just on humans, which make very stupid mistakes, by the way. Oh, my cat scratched me and doesn't like any human in the house. So I'm going to lock it into a tiny small room where it is the whole day alone. Can somebody please tell me what is wrong with my cat and why it is so mean all the time? I mean, seriously. People like this just make me facepalm. Or when it comes to dangerous animals, why the fuck would you make a show in which people show the public that they have really strange, dangerous, exotic animals in their house? Why would you want to do that? I mean, I can understand having a snake or a tarantula or something like that as a pet. Of course, it depends on the species, because I wouldn't recommend highly venomous species, but just those that if you get bitten, you're not in any real danger. You maybe get an injury, but that's it. You don't die if they bite you. And I will never understand why some people would want to have some of the most venomous snakes that you can find in their house. Why would you want to do that? I mean, they are interesting, I give you that, but one simple mistake and you're dead. Why would you want to do that? It's like playing Russian roulette. Sooner or later something bad is going to happen. But okay. There are also people that think that having a tiger or a hyena or a chimpanzee or something like that as a pet is completely normal. People, those animals aren't suited as pets. They simply aren't. And I don't want to see morons on TV that keep these animals as pets, especially if they are endangered species. I don't get it why you would even make such a show. Even if it says that these animals aren't suited as pets, there will be people who watch that show and will be thinking like, I can get such an animal and I will take better care of it than the morons on TV. I mean, there will always be morons that will do that. Common sense should tell you that some animals simply aren't good as pets. But that's a rant for another time. It also annoys me that most of the shows that actually do focus on animals are shows in which you don't learn anything about animals. That's why I loved this channel so much when I was a kid. You learn something about animals. Now the channel is full of shows that are about pets that either just are there to be cute or do something that they aren't supposed to do and people film them. Yes, Animal Planet also used to show similar shows in the past, but they were in the minority. The most known example is probably The Planet's Funniest Animals, a show with funny animal videos that also came with lame jokes from the presenter. It was okay to watch, but you didn't learn anything about these animals that were featured, so yeah. Back then, Animal Planet also used to show a lot of other shows that made up for having one show like this or two shows like this. Now it's the opposite. I mean, you have like 2 to 3 shows that actually teach you something about animals, and the other shows aren't even related to animals anymore, or simply are videos that you could easily find on the internet. I mean, I don't need Animal Planet to see funny cat videos. I don't. Now I will talk about some of the worst shows that premiered on Animal Planet in the last few years. Let's begin with Fatal Attractions. Yes, this is one of those shows about morons having exotic pets. Seriously, what do these people think? That taking care of lions and hyenas is the same as taking care of a dog? It then also tells the story of how these people got injured or even killed because of being idiots. Sorry, but if you have very poisonous snakes or hyenas in your apartment, then you are simply asking for something bad to happen. Then there is a show called Bad Dog, a show about pets that were filmed doing things that they shouldn't do. Next to that this show serves basically no purpose at all. The thing that is most annoying about it is that it's called Bad Dog, but it features all sorts of pets. You have cats. You even have pigs. I think there was one episode about a cow and even a goose. And I don't know. Do these people think that the viewers are stupid? I mean, you cannot have all those animals and then have them all nominated for the baddest of all dogs. I mean, hello? They aren't dogs. Rename the show to Bad Pet if you want to have those animals on it. Then there is Too Cute. It's just about cutesy animals. The internet is full of them. You don't need them on Animal Planet. You don't. Gator Boys. The show is basically the same crap in every episode. You know, the thing which made Steve Irwin so successful wasn't that he was catching crocodiles, but that he made the audience care for the animals. That, and that he also had variety. He wasn't just a person that was full of himself, like the Gator Boys. And this is where a lot of the hosts fail in these shows that you have on Animal Planet now. In recent years, from all the people that had shows on Animal Planet in which they were searching for an animal, the only one that did it right was Nick Baker, who also had a great show in which he was searching for animals that aren't that well known. It was Nick Baker's Weird Creatures. And one episode was filmed in my country. Yes! Finally, something. But let's continue with the crap again. Then there's the Hunted. Paranormal crap that has little to nothing to do with animals. I mean, what's the point? You have a haunted house with a family and one of their cats reacted strangely, and about 1 minute of how long was that show? Was it half an hour or so? Was about that cat. That's no excuse for having such a show on Animal Planet. Then there's Finding Bigfoot. My only reaction to this is seriously, seriously. What's with the obsession with Bigfoot? Can somebody please tell me? I'm from Europe. I don't get it. I simply don't get it. Why? Why would you make a show about searching for a fictional animal? Why? Then there are the animal cops. Those are actually quite old shows. Some of them I think are even over a decade old, but they were shown so many times in the last few years that it got really annoying because you had whole animal cops marathons. I mean, it got annoying seeing all those reruns. It's an important show, I will give it that. It's better than all these other shows, but I don't know. How can you watch the same crap over and over again? Then there's the infamous I Shouldn't Be Alive, which was on Animal Planet. Infamous because I think it was the first show, at least the first show in my country, to be shown on Animal Planet that had nothing to do with animals. A few episodes did feature animals, but it was nothing worthy of being on Animal Planet. It wasn't. And I actually like that show, but it simply isn't for this channel. It shouldn't be there. And as soon as I saw that show on Animal Planet a few years ago, I knew that Animal Planet would take a turn for the worst. And it did. And now, a really, really bad show. Tanked. Another show that has almost nothing to do with animals. A group of guys are making unusual fish tanks. The thing that bothers me the most about this show is that the tanks look completely unnatural most of the time. To me, the best fish tanks are those that actually look like the natural habitat of the fish you have in the aquarium. It looks good, the fish are happy, they aren't stressed, they show their best colors in them, and in those tanks there aren't very high chances of you having severe problems with algae. Most of the time you don't, unless you mess up something. But in the tanks that are shown on that show, everything just looks so unnatural. I mean, I watched one episode in which a customer wanted to have a fish tank that looked like a fruit smoothie. So they make such a tank, and it looked really ugly to me. It was full of colorful plastic and fake fruit so that it would look like a fruit smoothie. Okay, most saltwater fish are hard to breed in the captivity, which means that most of them are caught in the wild. Those fish don't feel well being in a circular tube that is full of colorful plastic. It's stressful to them because it looks nothing like the place they used to be, and because of that they don't look well. They don't show their best colors. Most of the time they are tries to hide somewhere, and in most cases they die after a few months. On top of that, such tanks are magnets for algae, and since most of the time the owner wants to have a fantastic tank and put no effort into maintaining it, yeah, you can guess what happens when they get bored of that tank. But of course they don't show that on the show. Okay, the other problems that I have with this show is number one, it's really dumb. The people are morons, and that redneck that looks all the time like he just crapped himself, yeah, he's not funny at all. Number two, it doesn't teach the viewer anything. If this show would be about tanks and how you take care of animals that live in them, okay, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but it doesn't teach you anything about that. In fact, they are just building the tank for 90% of the show. Then they just get the fish and put them into the tank, and after that the people come into the room and are like wow, this tank looks so good, thank you. And it ends there. You don't learn anything, and you don't even see the animals for most of the time. You just see them like for a minute or even less. And number three, kids who watch this show don't learn anything about the animals, and at the same time, it's one of those shows that tempt the viewer to get a tank because it looks so good. So they complain to their parents, and in case the parents actually get them an aquarium, yes, they will just randomly throw animals that they can get into the aquarium, and in most cases, those animals will die within a week or so. So, yes, I don't like shows like this. It takes a lot of time and effort to make a fish tank in which the fish are actually happy and you have a joy from seeing it. And this is something that this show fails at teaching the viewer. And then there is this show, Treehouse Masters. At least I think it's called something like that. What is this crap doing on Animal Planet? Tree houses aren't for animals. They aren't built for animals. So why is this show on Animal Planet? It has nothing to do with animals at all. At least the other shows are trying to make it look like they are animal related. This show doesn't even try to do that. Oh, you want other reasons why this show sucks? Okay, it is boring, it's a waste of time, and it's simply not interesting at all. Then, what was that other show called again? Oh yes, Groomer Has It. I can't stand that show. It's a reality television game show in which groomers compare, or should I say, compete with each other to find out who's the best groomer of America. This show was such a waste of time, and it used to be all the time on TV. Now it's no longer shown on TV, and I couldn't be more happy because it really sucked. I couldn't stand it. I also don't get it why Animal Planet is so much focusing on shows that are about pets. I mean, they are animals. I get that. But the shows that are about pets and are on Animal Planet have little to no value at all. They are simply useless. If I wanted to look at cute pets, then I would look at my own pets. Or I would simply type cute animals on YouTube. There are plenty of videos on the internet that show the same crap. I don't need that on TV. I don't. The only show on Animal Planet that is about pets and it's actually doing it right is, well, there are actually two shows, Dogs 101 and Cats 101. You actually learn something there. They aren't just useless videos of animals that look cute or do something funny. So, Animal Planet. Which brilliant idea will they come up next? I actually came up with a few ideas just so randomly from what I've seen, and I think that actually some of these could appear on Animal Planet in the future. Doghouse Makers, the show in which a group of people build the most bizarre and expensive dog houses in the world. The art of taxidermy. Want to be close to wildlife without getting injured? Learn about taxidermy. This way your animals will stay just the way you want them to be. Lolcats the series. If you can't get enough of them on the internet, then watch them now on Animal Planet. They warned me, but I didn't listen. Jennifer thought that a 400-pound lion would be a great pet. She was warned and didn't listen to those warnings. Now she will tell you her amazing story of how she lost her leg and got permanent scars on her face. Cooking for pets. Want to make the best food for your pet? Watch this show and you will learn how to make the perfect snack for your four-legged friend. The perfect garden. the show that shows you how to take care of your garden. It has nothing to do with animals, but neither did the Treehouse show, so who cares? Catlers, the show in which we show you cats that look just like Hitler. Brand new on Animal Planet. Termite Hunters. Watch Mike and his professional team do their everyday job by exterminating termites. Don't Sleep There, the show in which we show videos of animals that sleep on things they shouldn't sleep on. Animal Sweaters, the show in which you learn how to make a sweater from your pet's fur. Baby Animals, Animal Planet's first animated show in which animated talking baby animals will teach kids the letters of the alphabet. I believe in dragons. George believes in dragons and is searching the whole world to find a living dragon. Join him by watching this useless show on Animal Planet. Okay, I should stop now. I will now probably watch National Geographic Wild because that channel has everything what Animal Planet used to have. And thank goodness I finally got that channel back on TV because I was now stuck with Animal Planet I think for 2 years and I didn't have National Geographic Wild on TV, but about a week ago it returned, so thank you. Okay, I think I will end the video now. Bye.